Okay, you know it's going to be an empowering day on the show when Cady Kuhlman, Ed Jones are here from Nutrition World, and this morning we're going to talk about ways to make you look good, feel good, and age better. Is that right?
That's right.
That's 3 out of 4. These are your top 4 things. Do I have
It
that
is,
right?
but it's also about a plan. We have to have a plan as we age. I've been doing this 45 plus years. I'm 67, and one of the most common questions I get asked is, how do I build muscle and how do I burn body fat, and can I do this at the same time? Well, I'm talking about it from the terms of, yes, we all want to look better, but I can tell you the scientific research is extremely clear that the more muscle we have as we age, the longer we will live. And it's kind of like you're building a cushion against injuries and sickness. And just imagine if you had $50 in your savings account opposed to $10,000 and a storm came through and hurt your house. With $50, you have no cushion, no residual. But when you have muscle, when you fall, you don't get into that weakened state of pneumonia and dying early and all the things, and we want to look better. So it takes 3 things, in my opinion, to put this plan together. And one is the weight training. We have to weight train. Going and walking is great, doing yoga is great. Nothing maintains muscle like modest or heavier weight training. That is key. You can do it in a gym. I mean, Nutrition World's had a personal gym for 22 years. You can find the right place. You can buy some weights for your own house and learn from somebody. 2 is the knife and fork is the most powerful weapon that we have against disease and aging. What do I say about that? That's a big concept. So it's about what do we eat? And to boil it down, I really believe in this much protein every day, this much healthy fat, and this many carbs 6 days a week. On day 7, higher carbs. And good oils, butter, avocado, coconut, tallow. These are the fats that are stable, not these seed oils like canola and vegetable. I preach constantly about that. And then thirdly is what I call the nutraceutical approach, or the green pharmacy. That's where we have to put together a plan of action. And we have a wonderful video that with a QR code you're going to show from Adam Chauncey, one of my leading coaches and clinical nutritionists, and it has to do with how do we use these components of protein. Need to have 1 gram per pound of body weight every day. You can't do it by eating. You'll have to drink it. Carnitine to liberate fat to cells to burn for fuel. That makes you lose body fat, and it also makes your brain work. Very safe. Creatine, 20,000 studies on creatine. Absolute safety from 8 years old to 88. I don't care who you are. Stamina it builds, cognitive ability, but just doing those alone will build muscle. And then electrolytes. What are electrolytes? They're minerals that have electrical conductivity to them. So we are electrical beings. When you don't get enough electrolytes, you will short circuit. And the biggest key is, again, knowing the plan, which the QR code you can do on your phone right now, and you can go to this video. And secondly is quality. I am the only thing in the nutraceutical industry I ever am worried about is the athletic products. And if you're a parent and your kids, your high school kids, boy and girl, doesn't matter, you got to be cautious. We look out for you. We always have for 45 years, and Cady will explain that.
All right, Cady, so here are your magic 4. Is that right?
Absolutely, yes. So we're going to start with protein. So this is a earth-fed muscle brand. We absolutely love this brand. It's grass-fed protein. So the key with grass-fed, we hear the term grass-fed all the time. Some companies mean it, some companies don't. So we do the vetting on the companies that actually mean it. And what do I mean by that? The life of the animal was grass-fed the entire time, not just dumped grass at the end of their life, unfortunately, which is somewhat of what happens. So super clean, only 4 ingredients in this. This is a whey protein. We feel that whey protein is the most bioavailable protein, and it is very easy to digest.
Okay.
So plant protein kind of got hyped up for a while. Nothing against that, but it is not as bioavailable, so it's harder to digest. So that's why we're talking about whey protein here. Creatine, so like he said, creatine, so safe, 20,000 studies, published studies on creatine. Creatine is going to help repair muscles. It's going to help build muscle. It is one of the safest supplements in our industry, yet for some reason people feel like they don't understand it or don't know how to use it. We'd be happy to go over this with them in store and watch the video like Ed said. But the cool thing about this creatine is that it's a low acidity creatine. The only thing I'll ever hear about creatine is that maybe it caused a tiny bit of gastric distress, like tiny bit of upset stomach. Not common, but in the 1 or 2% that it does happen, this would almost guarantee it wouldn't happen with a lower acidity creatine.
Okay.
Electrolytes, I would have to say electrolytes may be my absolute favorite thing that we sell at our store. I would say it's one of the main reasons I have so much energy throughout motherhood is because of electrolytes. Literally the electrical currents going back and forth between all our cells, our brain, communication, everything. This is going to have sodium and potassium. It has cordyceps mushrooms, magnesium, calcium, and True Grace is such an ethical brand, so it's going to have the best sourcing. And then lastly is the carnitine that he mentioned. So carnitine is an amino acid. We get amino acids from protein. A lot of our different food sources contain amino acids, but we're not going to get them in a really high dose as if this would be, because this is going to be an extract. So this is going to be just the one amino acid pulled out. And carnitine is going to be amazing for actually taking the body fat and burning it. So it's a thermogenesis. So it's going to help our body actually take some body fat, use it for cellular energy, and get rid of it in the system.
So if you're using these 4 things, taking these 4 things, and you're doing the weight training, is it going to make the weight training more effective?
You will be stronger, you'll have more endurance, and you'll see more results. Even if you don't weight train, you're going to be able to maintain muscle by this plan. I don't think that's the best plan, but weight training and then eating the right foods, of course, that is the trio of success.
These 4 things.
Those 4 things, the fit 4.
If you are 24 or 74?
Yep, absolutely. There's not an age that you can't do this if you're above 15 to no matter how old. When I recovered from my double hip replacement last year, that a protein was the key component that let me get back to work in 2 weeks and back to the gym in 2 weeks.
I learn a new vocabulary word every time y'all are here. You just say it like we all understand everything you're saying. So how brilliant of you to have that QR code, because people can scan that and it just directly takes you to that link that they're talking about to watch this video. But he is in store with you, right, at the Wellness Center?
Along with other coaches, we have an amazing 17 practitioners at Nutrition World. We do a lot of good help to empower people.
And let me tell you something too. If you think that they're just here, then they go back and they're hidden back in the store, that is not the case. And just like they are sourcing, when Cady says that this one, they like the way the grass is fed, you check everything you have. And the same is true with your staff. So everyone's knowledgeable.
Absolutely.
37 staff members. Tell her about the health fair.
Yeah, so our health fair, October 26th from 10 to 3. We have over 55 local vendors. It is the biggest holistic event in our whole town that we put on. So it'll be at our store, in our parking lot, in our store, and at our wellness corner, October 26th from 10 to 3. You get a massive bag of free samples every single person that visits. Free pet samples if you have pets. There's food trucks. There's holistic educators. There's lectures that we actually have this year going on every 30 minutes. So it's going to be wonderful.
Truth that knowledge is power. Thank y'all both so very much.
Thank you, Julie.
NutritionW.com is their website. Their phone number 892-4085. They're right there where Lee Highway just about meets 153. You can't miss them. Thanks.
Thanks.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
I just this morning made a new hole in my belt, so that was super exciting.
Why are women everywhere choosing Sonobello, the advanced solution